Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here. We'll be doing a post-commentary video from the replay for Total War Rome 2. I'll be commanding the Macedonians. My opponent's name is Capture 1, commanding Massilia. Now look how massive my opponent's army is. That's the kind of army you want in a game like Total War Rome 2. Not like the one I have right here, which is small but elite, because that's a big no-no in this game. Unlike in Rome 1, where you can totally get away with that, but in Rome 2, that's not the way you play this game. Yet, I'm going to do it regardless. So, my deployment, I went with a pretty simplistic deployment and also semi-historical. I put my Thessalian Cav on the left, and on my position of honor on the right, I have my companion Cav plus my general. And just ahead of them are my Royal Peltas, who I consider these guys to be more like the Hypaspis of old, you know, back in the day. And now I got my Cretan archers leading my foot companions right here. And I brought these guys just because I could. These are the Thurio spears. So that is my deployment. Now I'm going to move my my companions up here because I know there's this huge blind spot on the minimap. See this? Right in front of my companions is a huge blind spot. So I'm going to scout in person with my general, trying to see what's over there. So the fog of war has not lifted quite yet, but as I get closer, yes, I'm starting to see more things. Starting to see thorax swordsman, and I still can't quite see everything yet. So yeah, this is a big blind spot. Now, this is when I start to see there are some citizen cav over here. But yeah, as my troops loom over that terrain, that's when I start to see just how massive my opponent's army is, and I'm pretty worried here because this is the kind of army you want in Rome 2, is, you know, just bigger, you know, more bulk in your army. Here's my opponent's commander on a Hippeus Lancer. So he has all kinds of Celtic slingers, thorax swords, some Massilian Thurio spears, something to match my Thurio spears, I guess. More Thurio spears, and I do know that he does have a citizen cav on this wing too. Here they are. He's going to come up a little bit. Now we're actually going to go for a cav fight on the right wing here. This is my right. And I'm just going to countercharge with my companion cav. Now my companions have a nasty charge on him, so it's going to dice up his citizen cav pretty hardcore. And I also have my Thessalian cav transferring over from the left. I only brought one of them over though. But look at this unit of citizen cav. They got completely stampeded upon, and they're about to break. And I even have my other Thessalian cav joining the fight, so all my cav is on the right now. And I had aspirations of chasing down these Celtic slingers, take them out now. But as I got closer, I saw all these light hoplites nearby. Didn't want to risk losing my cav so early. So I'm actually going to pull back. I'm going to show some restraint in this fight. Going to pull my Thessalian cav back and also my companion cav. And what I want to do is get out of here because those slingers are actually slinging right now. They could actually hurt my cav, so I'm going to pull back a little bit. So here is the situation. I caused some damage to a citizen cav, but not much damage elsewhere. But look how big that Massilian army is. He still has a citizen cav on the other wing here. I got no cav on that side, so I'm gonna put my my Thessalians back to the other side. And I got my Thurio spears nearby. Now remember, these guys, they can throw javelins, so watch out this citizen cav get a little too close. They're gonna take some javelins in the face, and they actually lose what, 7 men, 8, 9 men, horses in that engagement. So I was pretty happy with that. But again, you know, these minor scuffles with the opponent isn't giving me the decisive edge I need. Something to turn the balance bar around. So I'm actually going to go for a charge with my Thessalian cav. My Thessalian charge is pretty strong. Not quite as strong as a companion charge though. And my Cretan archers are dicing up his Celtic slingers in the meanwhile. See this? They are not in the same league as my Cretans here. Problem is, I'm wasting missiles on them. I wanted to save my missiles for his warriors who are now streaming in. And again, his slingers got a little too close, and my third spears are going to toss more javelins over there. And I got my my foot companions forming a phalanx line, but I'm too close to those slingers. Those slingers are doing damage to my my companions. See this? They're down 10 men already.
Yes, Commander.
And this is where the big fight is going to be over here. So my Thessalian Cav did not blow out Assistant Cav like I thought they might have. And he is bringing all of his warriors to this side now. See this? Look at this huge batch of Celtic warriors coming over to do some damage to my Macedonian left. And I'm trying my best to bring my Cav over. I got my general coming over here to launch a charge, trying to save my Thessalians. And it was around this point I decided that, you know, those slingers are actually doing more damage to my phalanx than anything else. So I'm going to pull my foot companions back. And the purpose is twofold. I also want to bring some of my pike units over to the side, but I see this huge glob of swordsmen over here. There's waiting, biding their time. So yeah, here's the situation. Here's Citizen Cavs coming again over here. I see them coming. I can't bring my Cav back anymore. I got these companions right here. So I'm gonna leave one companion unit behind my my Royal Peltasts, and that's all I can do on this side. But look, I'm losing a unit right here. See this? These are my Thurio spears. They got beaten, but they are not going to leave. They're going to come back. But I'm getting beaten up on this side. I left my Thurio spears to hold his guys in place, but there's a lot of Celtic swords coming at me. But finally, I got a foot companion unit over on this side. They're tired, but they are quite confident. Got more foot companions here, but these guys are not in phalanx. Now, my problem with playing Rome 2 is I can't see my troops that well. I'm so used to Rome 1 where I can see if my guys are in phalanx from the overhead. Like from here, I can see if they are. But in this game, I gotta zoom in to see. Or I could look at the user interface too. But basically, I'm not used to these. I'm not used to it. So I'm launching some charges into these guys with my general, trying to stop these Citizen Cav. But yeah, it's not pretty on this side. Over on the right, still got my Royal Peltasts over here. Now I decided to launch my companions instead back to these light hoplites here. I had them fixed in place with my foot companions. The problem is, he still has these Citizen Cav coming, so I turned around these guys, my Royal Peltasts. And I think I got them around time because he's actually going to bug out of this fight. So this one Royal Peltast unit is going to hold their ground and scare off these Citizen Cav. And that's enough for me to knock out these light hoplites over here. So combination of hammer and anvil and my holding action by my Royal Peltast is going to keep my right flank semi-quiet. But look over on the left. This is where the trouble is. Now, there are some breaking Massilian units, but my Cav force is spent over on this side, and my Thurio spears are also spent. Look how depleted they are. But that's not going to stop me from doing my thing. Now, I sent my companions to chase down some of these Celtic slingers. See this? They looped around, looking for the attack. I was worried about his general being out here, though. His general is out there, and his general is on horseback, so I was kind of worried that he would just intercept my Cav going for his slingers. And yeah, I'm not used to this game, so I wasn't sure if I should disable the attack formation on my phalanx or not. But here I am. I launched my Thessalian Cav and my companion Cav to wipe out that Citizen Cav unit right there. So I'm looking for minor scuffles that I can win, and slowly I gain the upper hand on my opponent. That's what my hopes were. Fact is, the balance bar still doesn't like me, despite all my little victories on the battlefield. Does not like me. Lost my Thurio spears there. I'm gonna crash into these Celtic warriors with a charge for my companions and my Thessalian Cav. But yeah, it's quite a mess. And once I can, I'm gonna bring these guys over, these foot companions. I need to get these guys into this big fight right here. But look at my Royal Peltus. I chased down his Citizen Cav. I'm actually hacking them down from the side. But here comes his general. His general's roaming around now. His general is active. He's gonna look for some targets. Now I'm bringing my Cretans here. I see his general. I want to start smoking his general, maybe assassinate his general. But really, I originally had these guys over here to attack these guys, this big glob. But I did bring these foot companions over to harm them, as you can see. Doing some charges of my companions and Thessalians. This is a big fight. This is where the real fight is. But in the meantime, I'm trying to ward off these Massilian Cav. And he sees my slingers without protection. I had these guys nearby, but honestly, it's hard to protect archers with a phalanx type unit in this game. So he's gonna get a good charge in and wipe out one of my Cretans there. Now, for some reason, he's going to leave this Cretan archer unit alone, but he's going to take on these guys. But that's going to be what it is throughout the battle. He's going to leave this unit alone, and I'm going to get some good shots on these guys. It's so weird with this nighttime battle. I feel like I'm on a stage. But anyhow, this is what's happening over here. I'm starting to surround these guys. I even got my general coming in to crash into these guys. Fact is, his guys are exhausted here, but they're still fighting, and look at the balance bar, it does not like me. And when you're playing like this, it's hard to see who's winning or not. Meanwhile, these are my Thessalians. Yeah, my companions, sorry. I'm just roaming around now, knocking out slingers whenever I can. He's still this general, but I don't think his general is even aware that my companions are back here just wiping out slingers at will. See this? Either that, or he sees this fight over here as a more important fight. So he's going to ignore my general taking out his slingers. I mean, honestly, this is where the big fight is, right over here. Whoever wins this fight is pretty much going to win the battle. Here's the tactical overhead. On the yellow, he's a red, so it looks like he's winning this. But I'm slowly getting, parity with my opponent on the balance bar, and that's enough to encourage me to keep fighting. I mean, I'm not gonna throw a match, that's for sure. I'm gonna keep fighting. These guys are running away. His general is doing a lot of damage. He sees my general here, so he went for a charge on my general, and he probably thought my general was going to die as they were wavering, but I pulled my general back in time, and now my general is back in the action. So he thought he did enough to kill my general, but slowly my elite units are gaining the upper hand. Well, they have gained the upper hand. I'm gonna take my general around here and slice down these thorax swords of Massilia. Or, that's what I thought. Never mind. I'm gonna go for these guys instead, sorry. I just played this battle too, and I already forgot how this battle progressed. Tactical overhead, guys. Remember, he is red, I'm yellow. So at this point, I'm like, wow, I think I got this battle. So all I have to worry about now are these thorax swords here, his archers over here. I'm out of missiles at this point, by the way. And his general. His general's still pretty healthy. But against all these foot companions, I don't think he's going to catch up. So I get my general in charge into these thorax swords. I saw that they were exhausted, so I felt I could get away with a charge and maybe even break them, and I was correct. Usually I'm pretty worried about unsupported cav charges when my general is down to, or when my cav unit's this low and his are a little bit higher. But I saw that they were exhausted, and I saw that the morale was against him. So now these slingers are about to break. I got my my companions going out to chase after him, just in case. And his general is going to launch more cav charges. But my remaining troops on this side are all companions. Sorry, foot companions. Has Heteroi. And this is pretty much going to be his glory charge, but they smack right into my Sarissas. So, I thought I was going to lose this fight. I should have lost this fight. he had the better army. I had the more elite troops, but again, in Rome 2, you don't want to have an all-elite army like I did. I got away with it, but against a more experienced player, I would have gotten punished for it. So look at the damage here. So a lot of assistant cavs didn't really do too much. Whereas my companions, they did serious damage. Now, a lot of these kills came from slingers, I believe. My archers did pretty well too, look at that. And this Royal Peltis did okay. This unit of foot companions did nothing. I think those were the guys who were standing out getting shot by the slingers, and I tried to redeploy my lines. I wasn't, you know, a pinata for his slingers, so I think that was that casualty right there. The one who... These guys killed nothing, so they got shot to death, basically. Let's see how his other guys did. This slinger did pretty well. I think these... Oh, sorry, these are archers. These guys probably shot my foot companions up. Trying to think. Yeah, these guys did some pretty good damage. But yeah, with these bigger armies, yeah, it's easier to surround a more elite army like mine. I mean, I could have boxed, but that would have been pretty lame. In fact, if I did box, his slingers and archers probably would have killed me. I would have to neutralize them first before boxing up. And I wouldn't box up. I mean, you know, I guess I could have, since it is Rome 2. But still, yeah, I got away with the victory here, and I definitely should have lost. But good game to my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle.